Hey, everybody out there in COVID land, it's Steve, and today we're not having another tech tip. We're talking to my good friend, Vince Finaldi of TeleCloud, or is it Tele-Data, I guess is the right word, but I always think of TeleCloud. All right, so Vince, how you doing, man?
Doing great. How's it going, Steve?
It's good, brother. It's good. Trying to stay inside on a rainy day today.
I hear that.
So I wanted to talk to you mainly because look, we're both in technology, right? At the end of the day, you and the phones and this voice over IP stuff and telecomputing and all that mess. We're all here doing it, and I just thought it would might be a good idea to have a quick conversation about what's new in the industry, what's going on. Maybe you can explain what VoIP truly is. I mean, VoIP, people hear about it, but what does it really mean? And do I have to have special equipment to use it, all that kind of stuff. So
Sure. So, I'll start with kind of what's changed, as everyone knows, and I'm sure we're all sick of hearing the word by now. But when COVID kind of hit us in March,
mhm.
our industry, which, you know, at its core is enterprise level phone system technology for businesses. So, voice type technology, making and receiving of calls and things related to communications. The industry really shifted in March because what used to be 5% of the workforce used to work remotely for more cutting edge companies became, I think, 50 to 70% of small businesses started working remotely overnight.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
by forced lockdowns, by general fear, by mothers that have to stay at home because they have young children, where their schools are remote. So we were hit, our industry, with so much change in March that fortunately the technology is there to thank God this didn't happen in the 80s or 90s because the technology wasn't there.
It was
But
not there.
but now it is. So from a tech perspective, what we do is we help businesses, whether they're at an office or remote or hybrid, we help them with their communications solutions so they can communicate with clients and coworkers.
Right.
All voice communication type technology.
So VoIP, voice over IP, what does that really mean for the layman out there? What is that? What the
Sure.
heck is that?
It's every industry is complicated, but in the simplest way, all it means is your phones work over the internet. That's all it really means.
Cool. So do you need special phones in order to use this, in order to take advantage of this VoIP?
Yeah, well, it depends on the business. So a lot of companies, if they're more traditional, still want hardware on their desks or at home. So whether you have like a few brands that the industries have heard, that people might have heard of, Polycom, it's a popular phone brand, or Yealink or Cisco. These
Right.
are all internet-based phones that work on many different service providers. So think of the phone like you think of a computer, where any phone's going to work just like any computer will work, but you have to have the right back-end provider helping you along the way
Right.
for connectivity.
And for those geeky people out there, one of the things I love about my voice over IP phone, which is right here, is that
Sure.
I could plug it in anywhere to any internet connection that's accessible to the public internet, and my phone is now live and active no matter where I am. So
There you go.
that's something really cool. But I've heard about these phones on your computer, soft phones, I think they're called.
Exactly.
How does that really work?
Yeah. So, a lot of our clients, let's take our typical small business customer, okay, a law firm with 30 employees. And two of the managing partners, one's in Florida during winter because he can't stand being up here in the winter months. The office manager has busy at home with kids, so she has an IP phone at home. So instead of going through the headaches of setting up hardware at home, which even though it's not difficult, there's still a setup. Someone could just use their laptop, and they have now a piece of software that makes them receive calls right from their computer at home, whether it's their iPhone or their iPad or their laptop. It doesn't really make a difference to communicate with clients from any device, whether it's a physical piece of hardware or just a piece of software technology.
Cool, cool. And one of the
Mhm.
features I personally love is that when my office phone rings, I've got it set that my cell phone rings. So no whether I'm on my cell phone and I'm not here, or I'm actually here at my desk working, getting up cool tech tips for you guys, the phone rings in both places. I've always really appreciated that. It's a great feature.
It's kind of funny. We live in a world where it's a catch 22. We're always connected, And the negative is we're always connected.
Yeah, I said back in 2007 that if people start working remotely, when I started doing cloud, they'll get on earlier, they'll stay on longer, they'll be more productive, and they'll be a lot happier. But in the same way, it has been a total curse because I'm booking appointments like back to back to back to back to
it's,
back. There's
it's
no drive
true.
time. So
You
now I'm
know,
just always working.
so there's two elements I always, think through. So there's always the tech piece. In 2020, you can almost, oh my God, 2021 in 3 weeks. By the
Yeah.
time this is on the internet, it'll be
Yay.
2021.
By the way, yay.
Yeah. So, I clearly, we all hope it's going to be a more positive year.
Yeah, right.
So, there's always the tech piece. And I think with 2021 technology, whether it's the IT stuff with cloud-based emails, cloud-based softwares, cloud-based file sharing, and the phone stuff and the communication tools like Slack, Zoom video, there's enough technology out there to work remotely. I think the thing we have to all figure out is the human element of working well with our coworkers in a remote culture. If you have five,
Yep.
10 coworkers, it's staying on the same page and kind of getting out of our cocoon of our home office. So I think we're still going through those societal kind of shifts.
Well, I
You know what
think
I
with
mean?
the hopefully, please, hopefully the vaccine on its way out, I think there'll be more of a hybrid, and I don't think this is going away anytime soon. Nor do I hope
Sure.
that it goes away anytime soon. I think there needs to be a hybrid of remote meetings and in person meetings, but once
I
it's all safe
I
out
agree. We found, I'll just speak personally. So we're about a 15, 20 person company. So we're small in the scheme of, in the scheme of things, we're a small business.
there.
And we found, so we went fully remote in March and we found it was successful overall. We could still service clients, we could still do our jobs, we could still communicate on a high level with each other and our clients. We just found there's something missing. There's something about being human in person that you can't replace. There's just something, and
Yeah,
maybe it's just because we're designed to interact with other humans. I think that's why we're.
you are a relational person. Nothing wrong with that, man. It's all
Yeah.
about
So I do think,
relationships.
to add to it, I think we need a more hybrid model, which will have a remote first, but in person at times, whether it's training, company culture, just to get out of your damn home office and just see people.
Who knows? Maybe they'll figure out teleportation. We can just zap over and meet you in person
True.
and zap back for the virus gets us. I don't
If
know.
if you figured out that industry, I'd like to join in with you on
You're in, bro.
some
We'll be
new company
partners.
model.
We'll be partners. So, how can everybody reach you if they want some information or help? Where do they go?
Yeah, so for a company like mine, you could just Google Tele-Data Solutions, Union, New Jersey. Our website will pop up. You could call us, you could email us, you could web chat us. And for me, I'm a local guy in New Jersey. I live right in Florham Park. You could just drop me an email, vin@telecloud.net, and
Super.
I'll be there.
That's awesome. Well, I thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you. You've been always very good to work with, and just a gracious sweetheart of a person.
It's very nice of
Um,
you. Thank you.
nice to have you on my. I guess it's my new show. I don't know.
Your program,
Maybe I'm doing podcasts
the
next. Who
Steve
knows?
Furman program. I
All
like
right,
it.
Vince. Thanks. I appreciate it, man.
All right, take care.
You too.
Bye.